Back in Casper, we're celebrating a big birthday. It's the 40th birthday of this special place, the Ford Wyoming Center, first known as the Casper Events Center. Owned by the city of Casper, construction was funded by an optional 1% sales tax. When it opened in 1982, the facility's $22 million price tag was already completely paid for. Since that day, an estimated 6 million people have come through the doors. The center has hosted everything from state sports tournaments, drum corps competitions, to the biggest names in popular entertainment, from Garth Brooks to Snoop Dogg. They've all played here. It's the home of Broadway in Casper, bringing Broadway entertainment to Wyoming. And for the last 22 years, this has been home of the College National Finals Rodeo. Happy to celebrate this special place and looking forward to many more years of the Ford Wyoming Center being the home of the CNFR.
So many great moments have happened inside that building as we celebrate.
It was built at the right time for this area. And it was quite a project. That thing is really built for the ages. The whole thing was a wonderful thing for Casper, Wyoming, and really did a lot of good for the community.
We moved to Casper in February of 1980. Interviewed with the now Ford Wyoming Center. I didn't even know what it was. I was new to town. It wasn't built yet. It was going to be the biggest arena in the state of Wyoming. It was going to put Wyoming on the map, and it did. It put Casper on the map. And so when I was offered the job, I of course accepted it and ended up staying for 30 years. My job, when I first went to work for him, it was just the director and myself. Bear in mind, this is back in the days before computers. There was no email, no texting, no fax machine. So it was tough, but it was exciting to see it go from that as we kept along with technology. And the city was always very up to keeping us up with the technology. I believe it fulfilled what it was built for and more. You know, more motels went up. We had huge trade shows, huge concerts. There was a lot of excitement, a lot of economic impact.
So my name is Kaylee Johnson. I'm from Casper, Wyoming. Grew up playing basketball and started really my career at Natrona County High School. Was very well acquainted with the Ford Wyoming Center. We were lucky enough to play state there all 4 years. Usually ended in tears, usually happy tears or sad tears.
The Phillies would take home their first title since 2000.
I didn't realize it then, but it really kind of set the stage for playing in college and playing at Final Fours and NCAA championships. It really just kind of maximizes all these feelings and really reminds you the love and how much work you put into this game. I do think the Ford Wyoming Center is a really important piece of the community, particularly in Casper, but I think it extends beyond Casper and for all of Wyoming. I mean, it was important to every community, whether you were a big music goer or you liked the rodeo. There are just so many events there, and you don't realize it's the same place when you're at all these different events. So it's super adaptive, and I think it brings different feelings and thoughts and different memories. But I think at the end of the day, it is a significant piece that I didn't realize how many, I think, like core memories I made there.
The building was just a hole in the ground when I came out January 12th. Of 1981, and was here until completion, and eventually ended up managing the Event Center for a number of years afterwards as the director. The whole idea is that you got to get people fired up. What did they want? So when Kenny Rogers came and sold out the place, we had Broadway shows, we had truck pulls, we had the first year the PRCA rodeo televised on ESPN. We had Journey, and it was the first time that they were capturing their show to be put on what's something new, MTV. What's MTV? But the multitude of events that you do here, the first oil show that happened here was the second largest oil show in the United States. So this building has provided so much economic impact, and I am so proud to say that I was a part of this, because I look around, it looks as good in so many ways as it did the day we opened it. I've seen so many things that have happened here. When we had Hank Williams Jr. on the stage, and I'm walking the concourse, and I'm looking, and I'm going, my God, that's a storm coming. So sure enough, we get the show, it's sold out, and we're selling a lot of beer and all that stuff. The building gets zapped. The guitar player was playing on stage, and you could see when the building got hit, there was an arc from his guitar, and he plopped down and fell down on the stage, shook a little bit, and then shook it off, and then got back up. So yeah, I have a lot of memories of this place, to say the least. But I do know that this building has been designed in such a way that there really isn't much of anything you can't do. So this building was built for everybody to enjoy and to enhance the quality of life. This building has done that for 40 years, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck, because my heart and soul is in this building.
The Ford Wyoming Center has been significant to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Central Wyoming, holding events that could capture the community in a most impactful way. We've raised millions of dollars because of the Ford Wyoming Center. With our events, we're able to have 1,200 to 1,300 people on the arena floor, and the professionalism of the staff that do a great job of working with our staff so that we can provide the very best events possible is second to none.
The venue is outstanding. The community is outstanding. It's been a very integral part of who we are, what we do, and college rodeo for 23 years. It's to the point that our student athletes have not qualified to go to the CNFR. They qualify to go to Casper. And so they all love Casper. It's a great location. We've had plenty of chances to think of a better place, but there's not. It's the best place you can have.
I qualified for the CNFR in '99 and 2000. I don't know, it was kind of surreal. You're coming up I-25, and the first thing you see when you top that hill is this building, the red roof and everything. In 2009, when Roger became commissioner, he named me as arena director. So I come in, it's concrete floor Monday morning, and by Thursday night, I'm rodeo ready. I think what I would tell the city of Casper, the county of Natrona, is thank you. The community embraces this.
Ford Wyoming Center is our entertainment hub for our whole state. We can have all kinds of events, from CNFR to high school tournaments to concerts to trade shows to fundraisers, but it's about the people. We have a fantastic staff here. They're wonderful, they're loyal, they're dedicated, but we have a fantastic community. And that's really the key to our success, is that great collaboration that we have with the city of Casper, Natrona County, and the state of Wyoming. I think the biggest things that we're most proud of are the replacement of the seats, and then the naming rights, bringing on a national sponsor. And it's kind of ironic because it's Ford, which is our sponsor. It's Wyoming because we are Wyoming, and it's Center, and we're in the center of Wyoming. I just think that there's a heritage here that will continue, and it's time to dial that forward and to continue to grow and evolve and continue to push the envelope as much as we can. Bring in those great shows, bring in those great concerts, bid for these national type of tournaments. That's what we need to do, always keeping our foot on the pedal and moving forward.
The Ford Wyoming Center is a great place because people get to connect with each other. You get kids that come in here from all over the state with our state tournaments, and they walk in and they're just like, wow. And that just brings some joy to your heart. We make memories and experiences one event at a time, and that doesn't just mean for our customers, that means for the artists, that means for us. I love most about being here is looking into other people's lives. I get to experience things that people have never thought they would. Some of the stars, some of the politicians, our customers. It's just great. Everybody's different, and I think it's bettered my life getting to see diversity in all kinds of people.
Oh, just the diversity. You get to see so many different things, so many people coming in for so many wonderful events, and brings everybody to Casper. So today at the Ford Wyoming Center, we've got the state marching band that's going on. So we've got schools coming statewide, kind of strut their stuff and show what they can do. We've had so many different programs go through here, things from ice skating to professional football. I actually played professional football for the Wyoming Cavalry.
Touchdown, Wyoming!
And it was nice because I got to actually play professional football in front of, my family and hometown. It was great. Actually, I've been part of multiple events, but last year I was part of Dancing with the Stars. So, great fundraiser for Mercer Family Resource Center, and there was some memories created there.
Come on.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to create memories.
I started the building when there was nothing more than a schematic drawing. There was nothing here. It was just a concept, an idea. I'm going to go back to 1978 when I first came to town. And there was a feeling that we had all this economic betterment that was going on. Things were really going in the oil industry, the uranium industry, but there was missing a sort of a cultural hub that was needed. And that was what the city council and Ken Erickson were thinking. They thought we needed to have a flower out there, something that would make the area become what it is. It's become a central point of Wyoming. Obviously it still is, but a cultural center as well. That was in the back of their minds. It wasn't just to build another building. It was to bring a cultural diversity to this area. And it, I think, has done exactly what that council wanted it to do. I've opened up or been involved with the construction of 13 different buildings around the world, as it turns out. Casper is my #1 building. I love it. I've always hankered back to here. The latitude that Ken Erickson, the city manager, and the Casper City Council gave me to build this was unparalleled anywhere. And have 40 years of longevity is fantastic. And I think they got their money's worth too. I really do. It was just my personal high point of my life to have been involved with this building.